Communicate 2 Coursebook by Kate Pickering, CD 1. Unit 4, Speaking, Exercise 1. Dialogue 1.
What's on the telly?
Let's see. It's nearly 9. Time for the news.
Oh, not that again. It's so boring. Can't we watch something else?
Well, just let me watch the headlines, then we can turn over.
OK. I think there's some football on.
Dialogue 2.
Did you read that article about the UFO near Manchester?
What?
This UFO was spotted near Manchester. They think it's some kind of alien probe.
Aliens? What a load of rubbish.
But it was in the paper.
Don't believe everything you read.
Dialogue 3.
OK, Judy, so how are you getting on with that story about the robbery in Upton Park?
Right, well, I've interviewed the bank manager and 2 of the customers who were in the bank at the time of the robbery.
OK, any photos?
Yeah. Jim got some pictures of the outside of the bank, and we got some photos of the 3 people I interviewed.
Is it going to be ready by 8 o'clock?
Yes, I think so. I've just got to finish writing it.
Dialogue 4.
What's that you're looking at?
I was just reading this interview with Orlando Bloom.
Oh, he's lovely, he is. Oh, look at her. That dress does nothing for her.
No, yellow doesn't suit her at all. And the skirt's far too short.
Is that?
Yes, it is. Cellulite!
Unit 4, Speaking, Exercise 2.
Did you read that article about the UFO near Manchester?
What?
This UFO was spotted near Manchester. They think it's some kind of alien probe.
Aliens? What a load of rubbish.
But it was in the paper.
Don't believe everything you read.
Unit 4, Pronunciation, Exercise A.
See. Think. The.
Unit 4, Pronunciation, Exercise C.
So. Circulation. Cellulite. Cinema. Something. Then. There's. That.
Unit 4, Listening, Exercises 1, 2 and 3.
When people talk about this type of thing, it's generally related to important, often tragic events. People a bit older than me talk about what they were doing when they heard Elvis had died, or Princess Diana. For me, the event that sticks in my mind is the terrorist attack on the Madrid local trains on the morning of March the 11th, 2004. I used to go to the swimming pool first thing in the morning, and on my way to the pool that day, I heard the sound of sirens in the distance, but didn't think about it really. I first heard that something had happened in the changing room, where some other women were discussing the news as they dried off after the pool. I went home after that and switched on the news, and couldn't believe what I saw. Not only had this terrible thing happened, but it had happened just a short distance from my house, as I live only 5 minutes' walk from Atocha station. I went to work and came home as usual afterwards, but we kept switching on the TV all day long to see the latest news. I also remember because it was my daughter Maya's birthday the following day. She was only 7, so she didn't really understand what was going on, and I didn't want to spoil her day, even though in a way it seemed inappropriate to be celebrating. In the afternoon, we took some of her school friends out for tea, and I remember travelling home on the metro just as thousands of people were arriving for the demonstration in protest at the bombings. I left Maya at home with her dad and went back down to join the demonstrators.
Unit 4, Functional Language, Exercise 3.
Did you hear the number of cars is up by 10% on 5 years ago?
Yeah, well, what can you do?
Don't you care about it? It's really important.
I don't know. It's not really my problem.
Well, it matters to me. I mean, we all have to breathe the air, and we're all being affected by the pollution.
Yeah, well, I'm not that bothered, really. I mean, it's not like we can change anything.
Well, there's a demonstration on Thursday to protest against it. You could come along.
That's not going to make any difference.
Oh, well, suit yourself.
Unit 4, Pronunciation, Exercise A.
Did you hear the number of cars is up by 10% on 5 years ago?
Yeah, well, what can you do?
Don't you care about it? It's really important.
I don't know. It's not really my problem.
Unit 4, Review, Exercise 4. 1.
We go to the city on the third Thursday of the month.
2.
The cynical scientist thought about her thesis.
3.
She thinks she'll see us at the cinema, although it's not certain.